Recently, I heard the Lord speaking over many, "Don't run from the wrestle." I then began to see so many people in this deep place of wrestling. I could feel so strongly that there were many in depths of wrestles that they had not been in before. There were wrestles in transition, there were wrestles in the waiting place for God's promises to be fulfilled, there were wrestles in places of not understanding, there were deep wrestles within many of feeling the conviction of what the Lord has been speaking and not yet seeing the natural realm align with the word of the Lord. There were many deep wrestles taking place for many with the Lord on many levels, and what surrounded me deeply was that these wrestles were too deep for words. I could hear the sounds of such deep groanings. As I leaned into the Lord and listened to His heart, I could hear the thunderings of transition, and they were louder than I had heard them before. There was such a sense of such significant transition, there were major seasons ending, chapters closing, eras ending, and the sense of the new day was burning in my spirit, deeply. As I leaned into His heart, I heard, "Do not run from the wrestle. Lean into the uncomfortable." And when the Lord spoke these words, suddenly I saw the places of deep wrestling, suddenly transformed to wombs. I then heard the Lord say, "Welcome to the deeper birthing place." The sense surrounded me so strongly again to not run from the wrestle, for it is in the wrestle that the Lord is bringing forth a birthing of His heart, His word, His fire, and His vision and purposes in His people in a deeper way than they had experienced before. The understanding came to me so deeply that in the wrestle, the Lord was using it all to make room for the new things that He was doing. The weight and importance to not run from the wrestle continued to intensify. The call to lean into the uncomfortable was getting stronger. He continued to speak. "You will meet me in the wrestle, and be marked by me in new and unprecedented ways in the wrestle. Remain in the wrestle. Lean into the wrestle. For I say unto you, that in the wrestle, in the place of leaning into the wrestling you are finding yourselves in, and crying out to me, you are going to find a weight of my glory, and my presence that will leave you marked afresh by my fire and my glory. I say unto you, that transformation is happening to you by my Spirit in the wrestle. I say unto you, that there is fresh impartation from me and my Spirit that is taking place in the wrestle. I say unto you, that as you lean into the wrestle and lean into me, there is a fresh mantling that is taking place in many of your lives. I say unto you, that there is a deeper dying to self and dying to your own ways and understanding that is taking place in the wrestling, and it is making room for a greater realm of faith and dependence upon me. For I say unto you, that there is great preparation that is taking place by my hand in the wrestling place. I say unto you, that there is divine sight and insight that is being given to you in the deep wrestling place. There is great inheritance awaiting you in this deep wrestle. I say unto you, that where you may feel like deep within the wrestle many find yourselves in that you feel lost and disorientated, and you cannot see, in the wrestle, you are going to see me and receive direction, and understanding that you have not yet had. I say unto you, in the wrestle, I am working and bringing you into the new. I am bringing you into the new that I have for you. For there is great deliverance in the wrestle. There is great healing that will be found in me, in the wrestle. There is great preparation in the wrestle, and there is great change in the wrestle. I say unto you, in the wrestle that many are finding yourselves in, be expectant for fresh fire, my fire. For I am releasing fresh fire and deeper conviction of my word, and to see my word manifest, and that which I have spoken come to pass in greater ways. I say unto you, that in the wrestle, as you find me, there will be a greater igniting of the fire of passion and conviction of my word in your bones. The wrestle will bring a deliverance out of dross and make room for fresh fire. I am bringing you up higher in the wrestle. Watch how in this place of wrestling I am bringing you higher into a heavenly perspective, and out of a natural realm perspective, as you meet me in this deep wrestling place. Watch how I will take you deeper into showing you great and mighty things that you do not yet know. Jeremiah 33 verse 3. Lean into the uncomfortable, lean into the uncomfortable place, and watch my fire baptize you afresh in boldness. Do not allow the uncomfortable place to cause you to run from the wrestle. Lean into the uncomfortable, and look for me. Lean into the uncomfortable and find me. For I am going to meet you in a new and fresh way. For many of you, much of the limitations that have contained you and held you from moving into the new things I have for you are suddenly coming off you in the deep wrestling place you are finding yourself in. Oh, the depths of dependence I am bringing you deeper into and the deeper levels of surrender you are coming into. Watch the fruit that shall come from this wrestling place with me, the transformation and the change that shall be seen. Watch the fruit come forth from your encounter with me in these deep places. Embrace the groaning, embrace the wrestle. Embrace me. I am bringing you into depths in me that you have not yet walked in.